welcome to Deck Obsessed. This is Rhonda, and in this video, I'm reviewing the Rose Oracle deck by spiritual teacher Rebecca Campbell and intuitive spiritual artist Katie Louise. For those of you who, like me, prefer to clearly see the cards in the deck before you decide to buy it, to make sure you resonate with the art and the messages, I'll be showing you every card in the deck. I'll also give you a basic overview of the guidebook and read a sample in-depth card description so you can get a feel for the card's deeper meanings. Let's get started. The cards come in this nice sturdy box with a uniquely triangular shape, and the message, plant yourself here on the inside. It's in the top and the bottom of the box. Both the cards and the guidebook are 3.5 by 5 inches. The deck has 44 cards, and the cardstock is nice and thick. There's a matte finish on the cards with no glare. The guidebook is mostly black and white, though there are some pink pages, there's pink type, and pink accents throughout the book. So let's look at the cards. First, there is this bonus card. It's an attunement card, which is like a prayer or invocation to activate and connect with your deck. This is really nice that it's on its own separate card, so you don't have to page through the guidebook every time you want to read the attunement. Plus, you can keep the card on your altar or in your sacred space. The art of the deck consists of soft, ethereal images which feature mostly feminine figures in dreamlike surroundings layered with light pink or peach-colored roses. This is the back of the cards. And let's go ahead and start looking at these beautiful cards. After the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over, acceptance. The anointed, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. The bloom, creations realized, right time, harvest, celebrate. The breathing rose, heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. Brothers of the rose, sacred masculine, honor, protection, support. The bud, potential, promise, it's about to happen, keep going. The child within, inner mother, innocence, gentleness, tenderness. Codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. Come to me, attracting like a rose. Receive abundance, desires. The crowning, initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. The fertile void, inner winter, rest, patience, potency, secret beginnings. The grandmothers, remember your roots, perspective, trust the weavings. The great mother, surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. Healing is happening. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. Healing the mother line. Healing, ancestral work, motherline, growing up. Held, sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. The Holy Grail, stop the endless searching, inner quest. Lineage of the Rose, moved by the goddess, here for this, soul call, gather. Morning dew, clarity, a fresh start, a positive outlook. Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion, humanity. The Mystic Rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, grace. Open, say yes, expand through the extremes, trust life. Plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, grounded action. Rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. Release the petals. Transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. The Return, a new story. You decide. Alignment, it's coming together. The Reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, friendship. The Rose Garden, innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. The Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationship, harmony. The Rose Thread, inner call, the mystic, inner call, soul-led, the mystic, living courageously. Rose without thorns. You have a right to your joy, peace, sweetness of life. The Sacred Union. Beloved within, inner and outer relationships. The Sacred Waters. Nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, self-care. The Second Bloom. A second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. Sophia. Divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within, destiny. Sub Rosa. Hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching. The Sun. Joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, play. Temple of the Rose. Ancient power, expression, activation, scarlet codes. The Thorn. Protection, boundaries, clear communication. Trust the seasons. Embracing change, cycles of life, transition, growth. By the way, if you're loving this deck so far, there are links in the description box to purchase the Rose Oracle. And we're almost at the end of the cards. The Wastelands, sustainability, slow down, tend to your own garden or tend to your garden. We are nature, becoming grounded, embodiment, living in connection. Whispers of Mother Earth. Creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. The Wild Rose. Do it your way. Embrace your uniqueness. Untamed. And that is the last card. And now we will take a look at the guidebook. So in the guidebook, in the introductory sections, Campbell shares her inspiration for the rose concept. When she was going through a period of grief, she felt drawn to the rose as her primary source of healing. She started drinking rose petal tea, working with flower essences, homeopathic remedies, and rose infusions. And when she meditated, she began to feel the presence of what she calls Mother Rose. So she started making the rose a part of her daily rituals, and this is how the Rose Oracle began. So across various sections of the guidebook, Campbell discusses earth-based indigenous traditions and how our ancestral ancient roots connect to the rose. She talks about medicinal uses of the rose in Mesopotamia, ancient China, ancient Egypt, and the Greek islands. She talks about the presence of the rose in myths and legends, including the rose hidden within the Celtic goddess worship, and the rose as a symbol of mystery and secrecy. So the guidebook is pretty easy to follow. The cards are all in alphabetical order and listed clearly in the table of contents. And in addition to the historical sections and her introductions as far as how she created the deck, there are sections on using the cards where she includes a ritual for opening up sacred space, which helps you shift out of the linear mind and into the space of your soul to give more effective readings. She talks about attuning to the deck. And then she goes into sections on reading the cards and various card spreads. And then we get to the section on the in-depth card readings. And I am going to read a sample card so that we can get a feel for Campbell's wisdom. And who knows, there may be a message you need to hear today. So we're going to look at Come to Me on page 72 of the guidebook, but let's also get a reminder of what that card looks like. So Come to Me, the message that you get on the card is attracting like a rose, receive, abundance, desires. And now let's look at how much farther in depth she goes beyond that message in the guidebook. Have you ever noticed how in summer, when the roses are at their fullest and their scent is hanging in the air, bees and other pollinators suddenly appear? Pollination happens when pollen from one plant mixes with the pollen from another or is transferred from the stigma of one flower to the stigma of another. Roses don't go running all over the place reaching and grabbing. Rather, they rely on bees to come to them. The rose is never reaching for the bee. It's never grasping or overstretching. It embraces what it is fully and allows life to come to it. It receives it fully. It doesn't open and close according to who walks by. It opens and blooms regardless. This card is about receiving abundance, rose style. It's an invitation to receive the sweetness of your life, to embrace the magnificence of who you are, and also to open yourself up to the possibility of receiving what you yearn for deeply. To be clear on what you desire, to trust that all that's meant for you wants to come to you, to state your desires out loud and let your yearnings be known, to ask for what you desire. Don't reach or grasp. Don't strive, control, or manipulate. That will leave you exhausted, parched, and brittle. This card delivers the message that true sustainable abundance is coming. Connect with your sensual, true nature. Be unashamed of what you desire. And when it comes, relish each minute. Soul inquiry. What do you desire? What are you ready to open yourself up to receive? How can you attract like a flower? So that's pretty in-depth, pretty nice how it goes beyond the meaning of the card. And there's so much more wisdom for each card in the deck. So if you are interested, go ahead and click the link in the description box if you want to add this deck, the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, to your collection. And that is my review of the Rose Oracle. In the description box, you'll also find links to other decks and books by Campbell, as well as my other reviews of her decks and other botanical tarot and oracle decks. And if you did like this review, please leave a comment, hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons, and please do check out my other videos. Thank you so much for watching Deck Obsessed. This is Rhonda wishing you a beautiful day. See you next time.